Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. So, first things first, I would like to apologize for my voice because basically in the last 48 hours, I have been extremely sick and I have been asleep for about 40 hours. And I know I sound absolutely terrible, but please bear with me. This is a bit of an important update for Polygon and probably the whole crypto market. Now, in Polygon, if you remember, when we were writing here, I was saying this is a bullish sign because off of the lowest line here, about 15.5 cents, we are able to identify a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, and that can be a good sign indicating, you know what, maybe the final low is in. Also, right around these areas, I said either we're going to have one more move up and then a move down, or maybe from here we are going to get a move down. It's not really that important. The point was we're going to get some sort of a move down nonetheless. We just have to hope that the shape of that move is going to be corrective and not an impulse, indicating maybe this is a bit of a bullish setup. So what happened? We did get a move down, and I think we can say this is an A, B, C in form of a zigzag structure. And pay attention to this. During this move in Polygon, we didn't take this low about 15.5 cents. In fact, we were at the lowest low somewhere around 16.5 cents. However, if I just go on Bitcoin's chart, where is it? Okay. So you see, during that move down in Polygon, we had something like this in Bitcoin. And in here, as you can see, we basically went back to this low right in here. So it seems like in the short term, Polygon is actually showing some optimistic signs that suggest maybe our final low is already in. But I do not believe that we should be right now jumping into any unnecessary bullish conclusion and call this point our final bottom with absolute certainty. Two reasons for it. Number one, there is no certainty in any market. We are only talking about the probabilities. And number two, even if the final low is already in, doesn't mean that from here we should go up straight. No, I believe we should take everything step by step and see what is going to happen. Now, if you are an investor, the story is way different. As long as we are going lower in Polygon, it can be a fantastic buying opportunity for you in hope that we get a massive alt season by the end of this cycle. And if you believe that Polygon is going to participate in that alt season, then okay, these areas are great buying opportunities for you because the risk to reward ratios are insanely good. So from an investor point of view, you shouldn't really care about the short-term structures in here, but from a trader point of view, that is a bit of a different story. Now, we said this is 5 up, this is correction down, and what is happening in this move on the upside? I think we can say maybe this is a wave 1, correction for 2, another move up into wave 3, correction for 4, and then we can have another move on the upside into wave 5. But having this wave 5 is not really the point. The point that I'm trying to make in today's update is this. I think we're going to have a move down soon in Polygon and probably a whole lot of other altcoins. Why is that? Let's say, okay, this point is the end of our wave 4 and then we are having another move on the upside into wave 5. And let's say overall, we are looking bullish and optimistic and the final low is already in. Again, these are really brave assumptions, but let's be optimistic. Okay, even in that case, we can argue maybe this is a 1. What's going to happen next? A correction down into wave 2. And since this is a wave 2, we can expect a rather deep move on the downside into our wave 2. And then we're going to have hopefully a big move up into wave 3, 4, 5, which on a higher degree, again, if you want to be 100% bullish, it can be into a wave 3 and then 4 and then 5, and let's change the colors to white. There we go. So as you can see, even according to the most optimistic scenario, in the short term, we can expect a move down in Polygon. It's just the fact that maybe before that move, we're going to have another move up and then we're going to get something like this. Or maybe from here, we are going to get a move down. It's not really that important. And you probably know what I'm about to say. I don't care about the move down itself. What really matters is the shape of that move. For example, if this is the end of our wave 4 and then we get another move up into wave 5 and then from here we're going to have a move down, I do not want to see that move being in form of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure. And especially in this move, I do not want to see Polygon taking this important low right in here about, let's say, 16 cents. If we do this, that is not going to be a good sign, and we're gonna say at that point, you know what, maybe this isn't a 1 2 3 4 5 wave scenario. Instead, it might be just a simple A B C zigzag, suggesting the final low is not at least in yet. And from here about 16 cents, at that point we can expect maybe like another 10 to 15% move down in order to take the lowest low down here as well, about, let's say, 15 cents area. Now, if we get our move down from the current point, okay, that can be a bit of a different story. Why is that? Because at that point, I might be able to consider the possibility of having an ABC in form of an expanded flat, which looks like this. This is our initial move down into a correction for wave B, which in it we're going to take this high and then another move down into our C leg. And in this phase, we're going to take the low of our wave A. And for the sub waves, ABC down into A, let's change the colors, okay, ABC or maybe a WXY on the upside, not really important, into B, and then from here, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into wave C. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. So assuming that we're going to get our move down from the current point, and let's say even that move is going to be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. Okay, at that point, I might be able to tell you, you know what, maybe starting from this point, we are having ABC down into A, and then ABC on the upside into wave B, and a 5 wave impulsive structure down into our C leg. And again, the 1-2 scenario might actually remain intact, indicating after this move is over, we're gonna have a huge move on the upside. For now, in terms of whether this or the previous scenario is going to happen, I don't really have a good answer for you. I'm sorry, but I can tell you with a decent bit of confidence, one way or the other, in Polygon and probably a lot of other altcoins in the short term, we can expect some moves on the downside. And again, those moves by themselves are not really important. What matters is the shape of them. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Polygon. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.